First, I want to get you guys up to speed on some of the specific stocks discussed today. Ed Wachenheim, a prominent yet kind of under the radar value investor, he touted the benefits of Goldman. I know that's right up your alley, well, saying he's not concerned about the management change there because of their deep leadership bench. He also likes Citi, saying that stock could be worth $130 per share. And he's a fan of pickup trucks and says Ford is the way to play that trend. As for the best ideas, Jim Chanos urged investors to short both Envision Healthcare and Mednax over what he determines to be accounting issues. And Alex Rupers presented a long in Huntsman, saying that company could see a 60% upside. Samantha Greenberg was on the stage just moments ago. She picked Take-Two Interactive. On the macro side, one of the most well-known hedge fund managers, Ken Griffin of Citadel, is not too concerned about any type of slowdown in the long run, but he says that there could be some weakness in the short run or in the long run, especially if trade tensions continue.
The current prognosis next 6 to 9 months is we're going to experience strong growth. So I think that in the short run, absent a material catastrophe on the trade front, I think we're looking at very strong growth the next 6 to 9 months. I think we've pulled forward through the tax cut and the stimulus that goes with that some amount of demand, some amount of capex. We'll see that play out this year. It makes, for example, 2021, late 2020, much murkier.
Now, even earlier, Larry Kudlow said he believes GDP could be 4% for a few quarters, despite some of the trade tensions we're seeing. He believes dealing with trade now will be better for the long run.
I have been a long-term critic of China. It's all as a matter of public record on the tape. And I think the president is doing exactly the right thing here. This should have been done years ago. The world trading system is broken. The World Trade Organization is broken. We just had this discussion at the G7. B, the biggest culprit is China.
Kudlow added he doesn't believe President Xi has any intention of following through on their discussions, and until they do, President Trump will keep the pressure on. Wilf and Sarah.
Leslie, fascinating stuff. The Ken Griffin one in particular, so rare to get to hear from him. And we heard how Ed Wachenheim liked the banks, like Goldman Sachs. What did Ken Griffin have to say about the banks? Because he's often speaking fairly outspoken about them.
Breaking them up.
Yeah, he's spoken in the past about how he'd like to see the banks break up, become smaller. He reiterated that point today, talking about how a greater number of banks is better for competition, which would provide better value for the consumer. But when Andrew pressed him on Citadel Securities, which is another separate company that he's also CEO of in addition to his hedge fund, and kind of their market share there, he said that there was plenty of competition in that business. So I think he was speaking specifically about, within financial services, the banks.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.